I want to start sharing, I don't know, I guess some help for those that need the help and that are looking for the help and that are willing to do the work for themselves. For those that are, more like are open to being accountable for themselves, in the sense of doing the inner work, doing the soul work, and putting in the work, whatever it takes to start healing within themselves. So I think it's time to be true to ourselves and start getting a real inner work done. First of all, I want to thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up the way you do for yourself. Especially if you're going through a difficult, very difficult time where it's not easy for none of us, okay? I mean, let's be real. Out here, it's not easy for none of us. We go through ups and downs. Life's a roller coaster thing, that we need to learn how to hoover maneuver and ride, basically. Sometimes we're down, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're in between, but life never stays the same. So, I want to do like short, short episodes on, how to start healing yourself. Bear with me. I don't know where to start, and I'm just going as I am guided. Because I want to focus on the dissection of our inner soul, the dissection of us dissecting every issue, every blockage that we feel, every whatever we might be battling with, because come on, let's be honest, we're human and sometimes we get stuck on stupid, be it for whatever reason, other people have done us wrong, we've taken the wrong choices, we've taken the wrong actions, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But nevertheless, even if other people done it to us or we did it to ourselves, the work has to be done, right? We gotta work on ourselves, for ourselves, with ourselves, by ourselves. So I want to contribute. I want to contribute to the collective, to whomever comes across this information. I want to put in my little grain of sand to assist in your journey. And first of all, there's no judgment here on my behalf. But I am going to speak some harsh truths that a lot of people don't like. That's just a part of me that I cannot shut down. So I've always been like that, I've always been blunt and honest and transparent. So if you get offended, I truly don't mean it in the way to offend you, because the truth is the truth and we cannot take from the truth. The truth is what it is, and it don't give one damn about our feelings. Okay, we cannot sugarcoat it, we cannot pretend or whatever, because the truth is the truth at the end of the day. Alright, well, a little bit about me. I live by this creed. I have always lived by this. And there's a beautiful word that it's Mayan greeting. and I love it. When I came across it, it just like I incarnated it, because I already lived that way. I already, thought, felt, and breathed in that sense. So it's my literal creed of breathing, and it's called In Lak'ech. In Lak'ech is a Mayan greeting, meaning you are my other me. So part of who I am is I treat people as I want to be treated. I treat others as I want them to treat me. So I am very fully aware ever since the beginning of me that how I treat you, I should be treating you as I am treating myself. Because you are my other me. If I do harm onto you, I do harm onto myself. If I love you, honor you, and respect you, I am loving, honoring, and respecting myself. So if I bring harm to you, I'm doing harm to myself. Why? Because the law of the universe is, whatever you do unto others comes right back to you. Energetically, everything is energy. Everybody knows this. Well, I hope everybody does. So whatever I spew out comes right back to me. So in that sense, my introduction to you, to whoever's listening, my creed is, you are my other me. Therefore, I want to contribute from the bottom of my heart to assisting in your spiritual journey, in your healing journey, if you allow me to. And my word, to me, my word is my honor, my word is my bond. And I will treat you as I treat myself. I will do my best with you at every step of the way, to assist you on however I am capable of, and whatever my skills are. I will genuinely motivate you, encourage you, push you, whatever it takes to motivate you on overcoming whatever you're battling, whatever your targeted issue is, whatever your goal is. I will motivate you, push you, encourage you as I encourage, push, and motivate myself, which sometimes I am very harsh on myself, but I need that, because if I don't push myself, I cannot depend on anybody else to do it for me. So, and it's always been like this with me. This whole life, most of my life, it's been me, it's been God and me against the world. So I will genuinely motivate you and honor, love you, and respect you as I do myself. So my name is Tina, which, that's my human legal name. Well, my full legal name is, it means clemency. I don't like it. I have always fought against this name all my life, and I know it's ridiculous. And then when I got to school, everybody started making fun of me because of my name, and I'm like, oh, really? You're gonna contribute to this? Because I already don't like my name. What are y'all doing? So, everybody called me Tina anyways. But that's the human name my parents gave to me. I don't claim it. I don't claim it up to this point. I do not claim it. Yes, it's for the legal human shenanigans. Okay, I agree. But me, I am constantly evolving, constantly changing. So, I guess If you want to call me Tina, you can call me Tina. Whatever you want to call me, I don't get offended whatsoever. So it is what it is. All right. Moving on. All right. On the sessions that I'm going to be doing, we're going to be exploring the depths of our souls. And at times we're going to be shaking the foundation of our core. So it will get a little bit intense. You know, but I mean, nothing that you cannot handle. I mean, you know, a lot of people have handled very horrid stuff. So, and I'm talking about in the mental mind, you know, in the emotional, and the core of ourselves. We're going to shake that foundation. We're going to go into the depths of our core. We will go through the what, the where, the why, the how, the who of whatever issue, you know, we're facing. And we will look at ourselves, within ourselves, in the most genuine, transparent, and authentic way possible. That way we get a good dig up, you know, a good in-depth of ourselves. And that's not pleasant for anybody. I mean, me, that you know, I'm a very transparent person. I've always been that way. And I'm you know, just with myself. With other people, I could care less about what other people say or think or whatever of me. But to me, to be genuinely transparent to me, that is something I live by, something I breathe by ever since I can remember. But then again, I guess it's part of me being Sun Scorpionic energy, but I do have a lot of fire in my chart. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. You know, a lot of people are comfortable in the pretenses of things. A lot of people are comfortable wearing a mask all the time, pretending to be somebody that fits them at the time or whatever. And me, I am totally the opposite. I gotta be me. I gotta be my raw me. Other than that, it ain't happening. I ain't being, period. So if I cannot be me, I'm just not going to be. Okay, and that's just me. That's just my me. So we're gonna be looking at ourselves, you know, in the most genuine, transparent way possible. Not towards others, not towards, okay, you know, just because you're here or just because I'm talking to you or you talking to me or whatever. If I'm in the presence of somebody else, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about looking within yourself. Like your inner seeing, looking at you on the inside. That's what I'm talking about. You know, that's where we need to be the most genuine, the most transparent, authentic, and raw of us that we can be. So we're going to be looking at that. We are also going to make sure that we are fully aware of our own bullshit. Okay, no sugarcoating, no, you know, babying. I mean, I can baby to a certain point, you know. Okay, I'll agree. I'll baby. I mean, I'm really good at babying people, but when it comes to full awareness of yourself, yeah, you're gonna get a smack here and a smack there, and everywhere a smack. So, you know, just to bring full awareness and understanding of where you're at in your own journey, what you're dealing with, and, you know, just being ready to take the next step and applying the awareness, applying the knowing, applying what we have learned of ourselves and applying it to ourselves. Because if we only know the know and we don't apply the know, then it's nothing, you know. It's just nothing. Because, I mean, I know a lot of things, but I don't apply all of them. right? If it serves my greater me, if it serves my higher me, I will apply it. And even if it hurts, even if I have to go through a desert for days without water, food, or companionship, I will apply whatever is necessary for my soul to evolve, for my soul to ascend into the next level of consciousness. I don't know about you, but that's just me, you know. I will evolve into the next step. I will grow into the next higher me, no matter what it takes. I will grow into my higher me by any means necessary. It don't matter who likes it. It does not matter who gets in the way. And woe to you if you get in the way, because you're going to be demolished. You know, you're just going to end up being roadkill. Kindly, please move out of the way. But I am growing to my next me, into my higher me, into my next higher state of consciousness, of conscious me. I am not going to be stuck or contain myself over anything or anyone. So, you know, we're going to be applying full awareness of what we learn, full understanding and in mindfulness, through mindfulness. Of course, I can be a savage, yes, but I'm not always going to be a savage, okay? I'm babying people, and babying doesn't work, okay? Just for people out there that are very, very sensitive with their feelings. Yes, I can baby your feelings to a certain point, but sometimes you have got to understand that feelings are temporary. They come and they go. They visit and they go. They come, as the saying goes, they hit it and split it and go. Okay? So, I mean, that was a bad analogy. They're hitting wonders, okay? Yeah. So, emotions, they're the most beautiful demons you could ever know. Okay? In the sense of, if you dissect them, if you get to know them, and you must sit with them, you must examine them, you must dissect them so you can understand them. And only through you understanding them and applying that awareness to yourself when that next emotion hits, that's the only way you're going to take that power it uses and use it to your advantage, and use it as fuel to fully push you forward. You're going to use it as fuel to keep you going for miles, for days, for weeks, for months. I mean, it don't matter. The more you practice with that emotion, the more you know that emotion, the more you get intimate and sentimental with it, and fully get intimate in a personal sense. That's the only way you are going to own that emotion. Otherwise, it's going to own you. And I think most of humanity is there. Their emotions owns them. They don't own their emotions. They're like, well, I have this emotion. No, baby. You don't have that emotion. That emotion has you by the balls. It just does whatever with you, and it drags you like a dang on rag doll and beats you up and down, and wham. Yeah. So we're going to be exploring that area. I got to stop this. All right, so we're going to explore and dance of our own awareness, apply the knowing through understanding, through mindfulness. We're also going to we are going to go through these sessions or these episodes, or whatever you want to call them, because I don't know what to call them. I've thought about it for days, for weeks, for months, and still don't have a word for it. But again, I do have trouble with the human language, and so excuse me. It don't matter what language I speak. I still have trouble with it. So, we are going to go through these little episodes of information using compassion, okay, using patience, using forgiveness, gratitude, and love. And mainly for us, mainly in the sense of, okay, I'm dealing with this issue. I am not going to judge myself, you know. We're going to try not to judge ourselves. I know that's hard to do, but we're going to accomplish it. We are going to apply that compassion, you know, in the sense of, no, I'm not going to judge myself. I mean, it is what it is. I'm here now, you know. Like, have compassion for yourself. And you're going to be patient with yourself. We must have patience with ourselves, for ourselves. Because if we're not patient, you know, frustration gets the best of us, and then we're like, oh, the hell with all this. And then we go back to square one. So we must be patient. We're going to apply forgiveness. Forgiveness in the sense of, okay, well, I'm stuck with this issue. I'm battling this for whatever reason. I see the reason. But you're going to learn to truly forgive yourself for the part that you're playing on it. You're going to forgive yourself in the same way that you are taking accountability for it. Because once you take accountability for whatever situation or whatever issue you're fighting through or battling with, that's part of forgiving yourself. You know, accountability is you own it. You own it, okay? I have this issue. It's my goddamn issue. And I gotta work through this. And you got to be able to forgive. Once you take ownership of that issue, once you have it in your hands, once you say, okay, this is my issue. Okay, I like doing this because of this and this and this. I like, you know, this and this and this and okay, but it brings me great harm, right? So we're going to be applying all this, you know, through gratitude, mainly gratitude. Well, mainly everything, right? But I love gratitude. I'm sorry, I'm a gratitude freak, okay? Gratitude, without gratitude, you have nothing. To me, gratitude is like the backbone of your breath, you know? I mean, let's face it, we all mess up, you know? We all have done horrid things in our lives, starting with ourselves, to ourselves. Not to name other people, not to name other situations, you know, people, places, and things. So gratitude in a way is like, if I am not grateful of being here right now, especially for my breath, if I am not grateful for that, then what am I really doing? You know, you woke up today, you're breathing right now. A lot of people didn't get that chance, and we got to face that fact. You know, that's a fact that we must be grateful. Not in the sense where, you know, you recite a thank you list or whatever. No, like being grateful from the depths of your core and saying just to yourself, saying to the universe, saying it to God, you know, thank you, because I've made it this far, regardless of all the stuff I went through, regardless of everything that has happened to me, regardless of all the horrendous whatever's I've been through and I have overcome. Thank you, because that thank you is enough to keep you going and keep you going. And the next breath, and if you forget gratitude, guess what you start being? You start being ungrateful. You start whining. You start shenanigan. You start throwing whole tantrums and complaining and being hateful and being bitter. And I mean, that list never ends, right? So, gratitude. This whole exploration, we must have gratitude. Love. I think everybody knows what love is, but not in the sense of human love, you know? People think that, oh, love is, oh, I love that person. Oh, it's not really I love that person, you know? You should already love yourself to be able to love another person. Otherwise, the love that you're giving to another person, if you're not loving yourself transparently, if you're not loving yourself genuinely, tell me truly and honestly, if you're not capable of loving the way you are, what makes you, your own essence, your own yumminess of beautiful, sacred essence, if you're not loving that person, then what makes you think you're gonna go give genuine, transparent love to another person? You can't. And I wish people would understand that. I wish everybody would understand that. So we're gonna be applying love, but in the most raw, transparent way possible. And some of you probably not know what the hell I'm talking about, you know, and that's okay, but we're gonna get there. All right, moving on. All right, through these short sessions of whatevers, I'm just gonna call them the whatevers. I'm sorry. To these small whatevers, sessions or you know, learnings of information, I ask that you keep an open mind, okay? Because most of the information out here, or most of the information that we know, we have been programmed to know certain things. We have been programmed to know a certain way of doing things. We have been programmed to believe a certain way. We have been programmed to do things a certain way because, well, this is what my parents taught me, and that's what their parents taught them, and that's what their parent, and then and so on and so forth. And we've done this for how long? Thousands and thousands and thousands, and probably billions of years already, right? Because it's just, I mean, I don't know the science of humanity, okay? I don't know how old humanity is. I ain't even gonna try. Ooh, I'm pretty sure we're older than we think we are. But keep an open mind, because everything you have been taught is teachings of somebody else's mind somewhere along the line of past history, and they infiltrated this belief into the collective. So here we are, right? So please keep an open mind. Try to be unbiased, you know, try to stand on a non-judgmental state of yourself, for yourself, and of course not only yourself but others, because we're gonna have to, we must. It's not that we have to. I mean, you don't have to do a damn thing if you don't want to. But once you know certain things, we must unprogram certain things from our psyche, right? Because our psyche has been programmed to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to speak a certain way, to just carry on the program like a computer, you know, because that's what's been siphoned into your psyche. That's what has been imprinted deeply into you, and you think it's part of you, but it's not. So once you are aware, then it's up to you to do and take the next step of, what do I do with this, right? So we're going to be doing a lot of deep swimming into the programmed and unprogramming of the psyche, of our beliefs, of truths that we think is our truths, and they're really not. They're somebody else's truth that we've been carrying for hundreds of years. So I'm just going to leave it at that right there, because if I keep going, no, not right now. We're going to be focusing on applying truth to ourselves, of ourselves, the genuine being that you are, the genuine essence that you are, the universal truth of you, the universal truth that breathes through our lungs, the universal truth that filters through our mind, the universal truth that pumps that little heart machine we have there. We're going to apply the raw truths of the universe and the real backbone of our foundation, which is, look at nature. Look, the natural order of things. I mean, the universe has a natural order of things. There's a spiritual law in place for a reason. Why? Because that's what we are. You can argue all day long, but the truth is what it is, and you don't ask for your goddamn permission. You don't ask for mine. It just is what it is, because that's how Almighty God has set it in place. And you can argue all day long if you want to. Go ahead, head to head with the Almighty One, and say, well, oof, I don't agree with this. And I think we all do that, but hey, if you want to take a few rounds with the Almighty God, good luck to you. Kudos to you. Good luck. Because I know I didn't succeed. And I am one of the most stubbornest person ever. I think I battled God more than Job did. And I did not beat him. So, good luck with that one. So we're going to be, focused more not on our religious beliefs, not on our human programming beliefs, what we've been domesticated to act upon and live by. Which a lot of that stuff is really, really good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's fundamentals of our cultures, of who we are, of what makes us us. But I'm talking about the beliefs that twist your own psyche, the beliefs that twist your own will, that you think you are forced to be a certain being that you're not. Because you're here to be your genuine you, period. End of story. Anybody can argue anything else. But if God made you to be you, who the hell is anybody else to tell you otherwise? And I'm just going to leave there, because I might start getting ugly on that one. I really don't like to get personal. Again, I'm trying to hold back, guys. Let me take a drink. I can't. Alright. So that's going to be the hardest part. Remaining non-judgmental. Trying to remain unbiased. Keeping an open mind. Towards yourself and towards others. To do the deep diving, deep searching, deep digging into the deeply embedded beliefs that we always known, and truths that we think it's us, but it's really not. So keep an open mind, guys, because we're gonna go back to our real backbone, the spiritual sense of your humanity, of the you, not only your humanity, but your humanity, your human meat sack holds this essence, this beautiful being of who you are, and that is a whole other sack of potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna dig in deep in there. Also, these sessions, I guess we can call them sessions, right? Okay, these whatevers, do require you to be truly and authentically genuine and transparent with yourself. Excuse me. You can fool anybody else. You can fool anything else. And if you're not being truly raw with yourself, then you're only fooling yourself at the end of the day. So this does, it's going to take a little bit of guts, a little bit of gut to dig in deep and accept our own bullshit, basically, because the accepting of our own bullshit, the facing of our own bullshit is sometimes what hurts the most. Why? Because we're hurting ourselves. Subconsciously we're always doing it. That's just part of being, here in this realm. So we're going to try our best and keep that focus of being authentically transparent with ourselves. Regardless of the pain that we feel, regardless of all the feelings that we feel, regardless of the anger, the anxiety, the pain, all them chaotic feelings, regardless of all that, we're going to try to stay focused and remain transparent, remain non-judgmental, unbiased, and unpunishable, because we punish ourselves pretty good too. So regardless of the pain, we're going to try to use that pain as leverage. We're going to pull from that pain. We're going to shift that pain, and we're going to shift our perception of that pain. We're going to use it to align ourselves. We're going to use it to create a greater version of ourselves, to grow, spiritually speaking. Because if you grow spiritually, your mental is going to follow, your emotion is going to follow, your physical is going to follow. So we're going to dig in deep. And if we're going to do this for real, it's up to you if you do it on the surface level or if you go in deep. It'll be painful. Sometimes it will be painful because, let's face it, life ain't pretty. Life ain't full of flowers and all that stuff. Come on, life whoops our ass at every turn, at every curve, at every whatever. That's just life. Life's. Get over it. Life keeps lifing, just like people keep peopling, just like keep doing whatever. So yes, it's going to be painful, but when you feel and go through that pain, when you feel that intense, I call it decay, because it feels like you're really decaying. We're going to use that pain to transform our inner being. We're going to dissect our soul, and we're going to focus on the transformation that pain is bringing us, because pain is not here to destroy you. Pain is here to transform you, and I want you to keep that in mind. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is one of your best friends. And it's going to take you a while to see that, but you'll get there. And finally, inner transformation is the mission. Our inner transformation is the main goal. And this requires you to be willful to focus on yourself, to focus on really transforming and growing from within yourself. You know, you must stay focused. It don't matter how much it hurts. No matter how uncomfortable it gets, you have got to try to stay focused. Discipline. The discipline of let's say, all right, when you get up every morning, there's certain things to follow once you awaken, right? That was a certain discipline that infiltrated into your being, because you're a human, and a human has certain rules to be followed. So in that same focus, we're going to apply a discipline no matter how uncomfortable it gets. Okay? We're going to apply consistency, being consistent at every thought, at every breath, you know, at every emotion, through every emotion, being fully mindful, aware of the moment that we're in, and dealing with whatever. So we're going to try to keep that consistency, try to stay dedicated and focused on our own transformation by ourselves, because we don't need nobody to be pushing us. Yes, it helps, but let's face it, you're not going to have somebody 24/7 pushing you, motivating you. So you got to stay consistent, you got to stay focused, you got to stay disciplined, dedicated with your own consistency, for yourself, by yourself, to yourself, no matter what. So the last part I want to get to is, remember, in order for this to work, for you to get through whatever obstacle, whatever issue you're going through, and everything else I have explained, in order for this to work, you will have to and must, but again, let me retract that. You don't have to do a damn thing, okay? You don't have to. But if you're willing to do the work for your own soul, to grow your own soul, to evolve in your own growth, in your own spiritual, mental, emotional growth, there is certain accountability that you got to take for yourself. So, being fully accountable for yourself, taking ownership of yourself, is going to be, I think, one of the hardest parts you're going to have to do if you're serious about your own growth, if you're serious about your own healing. So accountability of yourself is a must in order for this knowledge to work, in order for anything that you learn new. You must be accountable for yourself. Be willing to apply it to yourself, you know, regardless of how uncomfortable it gets. So, with all that spiel, I will also be, putting myself out here. You can email me, you can text me, I'll work with you if you need assistance, if you need a little bit of guidance on this dissection of your soul for your own transformation thing. I'm there. I will be putting out my email, and you can text me, because most of the time, I wish I could say, okay, call me, but let's be honest, I'm not going to be answering every phone call, right? And a text and an email always gets responded. Sometimes not as quick as a phone call, but I will respond back to it. So with all this said, I thank you guys for listening to all my so on and so forth. If you have any questions, please reach out. I don't mind answering any questions. You know, if I can contribute to any guidance whatsoever for you, I'm here. I would like to get to know you more, you know, and you know me. I also, I guess I would say I'm not doing this for shits and giggles, right? I've always done this. You know, it's just part of who I am. I am certified as a life coach. I do have some psychology under my belt, and I am currently working on my positive psychology practitioner thing. So I'm not going into this blind. It's not like I don't know the human mind. It's not like I don't know the human condition. It's not like I haven't lived the human condition. It's not like me, myself, and I personally have not overcame hell, you know, whilst diving into the depths of its crevices and stay there forever until I dug myself out and came on top. Instead of hell engulfing me, I engulfed hell, and it fuels me. So, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to trust me either. Because the work speaks for itself, right? So if you want to reach out again, you can. My email should be under the description box or somewhere in this channel. I'm really not familiar with the whole shenanigans of this stuff. So ask me, comment, you know, below if I can assist or whatever, and whatever I can to the best ability of my me, I will contribute to any guidance that you need. Other than that, I really want to thank you for being here. Yes, I had my little paperwork this time, which it really didn't help it. But anyways, I got through it. Again, thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to working with you if you're willing, you know, if you're serious about your own healing. And I guess I'll pause this one here because I gotta do the next one, you know. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Stay grateful. Remember, an attitude of gratitude is what? Your greatest fortitude. Stay blessed. Thank you. Bye.